What's up, everybody, and welcome to the newest edition of the Bronx Muchachos Podcast. Your host, Mark, and I got the family with me tonight. We got Alex.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
And we got Dave.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another fun-filled and probably colorful episode now that Alex is back in the fold. If you're watching us on YouTube, we would highly appreciate a like and subscribe. Ring the bell for post notifications so when you get notified when we go live. You can also follow us on X or Twitter, whatever the hell people are calling it these days, X Bronx Muchachos 1, on Instagram at Bronx Muchachos Podcast, and TikTok, same thing. Before we get started, a special shout out to a friend of ours, friend of the show, Cameron Sanders, the son of Scott Sanders, just got recalled back to the Pittsburgh Pirates from AAA for the Pirates. So congrats, Cam. Good luck, and we'll definitely be watching.
Absolutely. And like we always say, if you guys are listening to us audio, you know where we're at on audio. Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all the places. So go check us out any which way, shape, or form. Go give us a 5-star review anywhere. Give us some love, man. Let's get into this tonight. Yankees had a barn burner today for all of us watching, for you, everyone who's listening, watching us right now. It is Thursday evening. Yankees got their butts spanked 11-4 today. And it's kind of, I don't know. For me, it's kind of Dave and I were talking about this earlier. This team is not fun to watch a lot of times. It is a lot of the same old from last season. So I don't get myself all kind of geeked up over the games that are happening. But there's little things that happen in between, like along the way, that are nice to see. It's nice to see Ben Rice progressing forward. It's nice to see, Max Fried pitching the way Max Fried pitches. It was nice to see today. It's nice to see that Jose Caballero is getting himself out of the schneid that he's been on, and he's actually producing. So those are some positives. I mean, Aaron Judge is going to be Aaron Judge. Cody Bellinger is going to be Cody Bellinger. Let's not leave those two out because they're going to be. But good God, does the rest of the team need to have a quick, swift kick up the rear end? I mean, swear to God, I you know what? And I can't even tell you where to start. There's just too much. The offense is just a problem. There's every place else on this offense is an issue. Everywhere you're looking, it's a problem. And two of the main culprits this season so far are none other than the two people that I don't think Alex, myself, or Dave ever wanted to be on the Yankees or back with the Yankees, which is Alex's good old buddy, Trent Grisham, and Ryan McMahon.
Between the lines, okay? Read between the lines, Mark. I love you, but read. Start reading.
I wouldn't quite group me into that either. And I'll get to lie.
All right, that's cool. Listen,
I was never Dave.
Huh?
In what sense don't group you into it?
That you wanted them back?
Well, I mean, what were they supposed to do, right? They don't have a viable solution. I mean, they have a viable solution for third base, but not willing to pull the trigger yet with bringing George Lombard Jr. up early.
But shouldn't be a third baseman. He should be a shortstop.
I understand that, but we know how this organization thinks. They don't use common sense. I'm just saying it's a viable option. It would be better than having Ryan McMahon there. Problem number 2, the guy's under contract for 2 more years, this season and next season. So he was coming back no matter what, unless they non-tendered him, which I didn't see happening at all because they've been in love with this guy for the past 2 seasons before he even got here. That's
why I was saying that they never should have gotten him. Right. Is what I'm saying.
I was hopeful that he could have turned it around in year 2. Coming from Colorado, you don't really know what you're getting until you get a full season of it. I don't like the rating that's on the wall. Can't hit his weight. That's a problem. And we saw what we could have had in the third baseman in Oswald Peraza, who we decided to trade to the LA Angels last year for a bag of baseballs. And he clapped our cheeks this weekend with 2 home runs, going 3 for 3 yesterday, and getting an RBI single or double today to break the tie. Which really pisses me off because he was one of my favorite prospects and should have been the heir apparent to shortstop over Anthony Volpe, in my opinion. So to put me in the whole camp of I wanted Ryan McMahon back, that's not totally accurate.
We're not talking about Ryan McMahon, sir. No. The bigger one was Trent Grisham.
Oh, I didn't want him back either. I didn't want him back because I want Jason Dominguez in center field.
No. See, Dave. This is why I had to, that's why I want to know where you were, because you're going through the whole McMahon. I'm like, I agree with you 100% on that one.
Mark already knows I wasn't in the Trent Grisham camp. I was.
That's where Mark was coming from. He's coming from the Trent Grisham camp. We're all in that camp. Okay,
well, then he mentioned Ryan McMahon, so I thought
under freaking 200, Mr. Under 200 average. I'm sorry, Danny's not around. We can talk about averages now. Averages count, and guess what? That average is horse shit, like legitimate horse shit.
Okay, let me give you this. This is Trent Grisham. I'm just gonna give you 4 stats here. His average is 155. His OBP is 319.
Bleh.
His slugging is 310.
Bleh.
His OPS is 629.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
This is what $22.02 million gives you. Okay. Now for
almost
700,
like Joey Gallo.
It's running worse than Joey Gallo. So this is what $750,000 gets you. That's sitting in AAA. A 327 average, a 456 OBP, a 491 slugging, and a 947 OPS, and that's before,
and a switch hitter.
And this is before, and they're playing, and I believe they're playing tonight. So this is before. This is stats before any other stats from today. I don't have any. That's not, this is before the game that happens. So this is what you invested in. This is what you wasted over $21 million on, is getting Trent Grisham, because you had to give him the qualifying offer, because they don't trust a lot of their certain type of players that they get from Latin America. They don't trust them. Let's be honest. We just said it with Peraza. They don't trust Peraza.
They don't even trust anyone on their bench right now on the team. Let's be real for a minute, okay? They're gonna put Ben Rice on the bench, who when he's the hottest hitter right now on this team. Okay, let's be all out. Okay, let's go put up one of the oldest men in the world out there. Let's have him go play first base, and you know what? And hopefully hit the ball. Get the F out of here. Put Ben Rice, let him play every day. I don't care who the hell's pitching.
Yeah, that's when you listen. You ain't getting I'm not arguing with you on that one. Let him play. Jettison Trent Grisham. Jettison Ryan McMahon. Randall Gritchett too. Get him out of here too. Get the 3 of them out of here. Get them all. Get them gone. And I don't care at this point. Put Rodman Rosario at third base for the time. Put him at third base.
He can hit the ball once in a while too, and put it in the seats.
And he's not bad at third base.
No.
So there's upgrades to be made, and they're not. And guess what? And in a couple of weeks, we're gonna have a downgrade coming again when the Golden Boy makes his return.
And we're forgetting somebody else in this equation too, Mr. I'm going 50 for 50, who's batting 154 with no home runs, and
his OPS is even worse. Okay, his OPS is at around 500.
Like we talked about this before the season started. We did not like the way this team looked on paper. We were hoping that, okay, maybe it looks bad on paper, but in practical and actually being out there on the field, maybe it might be different. For the first 9 games of the season, it was different. They were 8-1 or whatever. It's 7-2, whatever the heck it was after that road trip. I was starting to get a little bit hopeful, but I knew I was going to have my soul crushed and be let down. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to start getting happy about this yet. And look what's happened. The floodgates opened. When you have CC Sabathia on social media going batshit crazy over the way this team is playing, that is bad. Like, that is pretty bad when you have a former player coming out and ripping the organization. Like, you've been doing the same damn thing for 10 years. It ain't working. It's time to change it. Like, I don't understand what they can't grasp about this.
What the Yankees have done is, from the top down to the players, they have a sense of one, it's a sense of entitlement. Okay. But two, a sense of complacency, because what they did this year was, we're running it back. Ryan McMahon, you're going to be our starting third baseman. Jazz, you're going to be our starting second baseman. Wells, you are the starting catcher. Trent, you were the starting center fielder. We're going to remove any situation that could possibly be there to have someone run and try to steal your job from you. You guys are going to be fine. Aaron Judge wanted to run it back with this outfield. Boom, he gets his outfield. Everyone's nice and cozy. Everyone's happy-go-lucky. They're all friends. We're all there. Boone's favorite thing, the togetherness that they have. This is what is going to happen. And guess what? I said it again. And they'll have the golden boy back in another day or two, another week or two, so that Volpe E6 will be doing his thing at shortstop, even though Caballero was finally heating up, and they're going to take him out of the starting lineup. Now, I'm going to preference this. Caballero hadn't done anything to really lock that job down, and I fully understand that. But I do think that with the hot hand he's coming with, he shouldn't be pulled.
No,
so
absolutely not.
Now you're going to see exactly what this team is going to be. You're going to see how this team ended last season is now exactly the team that you're going to be seeing on the field in 2 weeks.
Yep. And
guess what? Nobody is really happy with this at all. So let's see what besides McMahon, besides Grisham, what else can he do to get to understand this? Because the way this team is right now, it's a platoon team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they have a bench for lefties, and they got their quote unquote starters for the right-handed bats, with the exceptions of Judge, with the exception of Bellinger. Okay, everybody else is a platoon, and it's crazy enough considering that your catchers are any of your catchers that you have are all left-handed catchers anyway, but they still never address that situation. So let's talk about it. How can this team get better moving forward?
Okay, here's one. Ryan McMahon, you no longer play every day. And Rosario, congratulations. Your defense is shit, but at least you can fucking hit the ball. That's one. How's that one sound? Trent Grisham, you're playing like horse shit. So congratulations. You're going to be sitting on the damn bench. And hell, fuck it. At this point right now, I'll put fucking damn Giancarlo Stanton out there for all I give a fuck. It's better than fucking damn Grisham. At least it's a fucking bat every day that actually hits the fucking ball, hits home runs. What's another thing? Oh, Jazz. Okay, well, congratulations, Jazz. You're no longer playing unless we're going to be playing in the South, because apparently the code really does bother you. You're fucking damn. You're worse than fucking damn a Frozen character. Shit.
Tell us how you really feel.
No, man. Like, let's be fucking real. Like, the team is fucking horse shit right now. Okay, like there's no other word for it. Okay, it's on paper. Yeah, like it's nice, it's pretty, but. You guys were saying it. You guys had this talk during the offseason. I've been in the chat with you guys every now and then and saying, and like it's just been doom and gloom looking at the BS that's coming out for this team. Okay, they like the Trent Grisham signing him was the worst thing. That is $22 million that could have been for anything. Hell, I don't even give a fuck if they didn't spend the damn $22 million and they just had the $22 million to use for whenever they needed to. It's better than freaking having Trent Grisham on the field, where you have a reliable outfielder in J-Dom that he could be playing left field. If you guys have so much freaking damn fear of him playing center field, put freaking damn Cody in center field. Bam. And we have consistent hitting then. Wow, not fucking hard. The only fucking spot that I do not have a fucking fix for is going to be the Jazz part. Why? Because we don't have any other fucking second baseman. Unless you want to put fucking Volpe's ass there when he comes back.
All right, so we got someone hitting up the comments. Elavici goes, Hal doesn't care that Brian has taken billions of his dollars and pretty much tossed it out the window the last decade. That's a problem. Hal doesn't care to make the necessary changes to win. 100% spot on, sir.
All right, I'm going to say it. Okay, I believe I heard it in the broadcast either this week or last week, okay, that they were talking about, it might not even been that. It might have been I just heard it randomly in a video. But I remember hearing about how it was comparison on George, okay? And when George was there, they felt like he was a part of the team. He cared a lot about winning. He did everything he could do for the team to help them win because you know what? He took the losses personally as well. And guess what? Hal does not have his father's damn spirit. Hal could care less. Freaking Hal probably likes to go to private islands for all we fucking know right now. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, you went a little bit too far on that one.
I don't give a F right now, this team. Fuck them all.
Okay, well, let's there's a lot to dissect there. I'm going to reel this one back a little bit here. You went on your rant there, bud.
You're welcome. You wanted me. You wanted this.
you went on your rant. All right. Here's my thing. Number one, to the Jazz situation, yes. You put the limp arm over at second base, and he might be better. Most likely, to be honest with you, if you look at Volpe's numbers, he's another platoon player. He hits better off of lefties than he does righties. So do that. Play him when they're left-handed bats up, when there's left-handed pitching. Problem solved for the most part with that. He's butt cheeks when it comes to everything else. No, so that's the end. That ends the Volpe part. Ends the Volpe part of this conversation because that's going down. That'll go down another avenue. I don't feel like going down. Get rid of. So what you were saying before, Ryan McMahon should never have been. We should never made the trade for Ryan McMahon.
Nope,
not one bit. So the next 2 years are what? I think $16 million, $17 million, whatever per year, whatever the case may be. It's over $30 million in this year, next year, plus whatever the prorated portion of it was the following year from last year. They could have gotten Brian Hayes in a trade and dealt with yours and had your third base locked up for a few more years for about the same money, maybe even less for over that time span. And guess what? You would have had a better player. Oh, what else is that? You're too left-handed because Brian Cashman made this team too left-handed. Because Brian Hayes was right-handed. Guess what else you have there? You get rid of Trent. You didn't have Trent Grisham brought back. You didn't have Ryan McMahon. You had Jason and you had Brian Hayes. You have about $29 million to play with. Guess what you could do with $29 million if you could have gotten yourself an actual short. You could have gone out there and tried to get yourself an actual shortstop. Oh, now you just filled in 3 holes instead of having 2 and plugged in with money that you complained about that you're going to go over every single luxury tax thresholds.
That's the thing. We're constantly spending money on the wrong people.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
constantly.
Oh,
always spending it in the wrong spots.
Here we go. Here's another one. Okay, here's a little hot take since he's just in the minors, just sitting down and doing nothing and never going to be called up anyway. Why don't we just take Dusan Willis, Spencer Jones, trade him away, get some pieces for him? It's not like they're ever going to bring him up. We know this. He's never going to come up because they do not like how much strikeouts he does. Okay, in the minors, he has a heart. He strikes out all the time in the minors, so they're afraid to bring him up. So instead of having him just being a waste of space in the minors, trade him away, let some other team put him as the pros, and we get something for it at least. Something we could use.
So the comments are heating up. Elavici checking back in. Remember when they misdiagnosed Rizzo's concussion, then played him for over a month, thus risking his life potentially? How do you misdiagnose that? We had a whole episode about the medical staff and how that was all handled. So
I remember that dumpster fire episode.
Everything is a dumpster fire with his team. Then he goes on to say, basically quoting, "Oh, we don't need Machado. We got Miguel Andujar, Bryce Harper." It's not like he wanted to play first for us or anything. We had Clint Frazier in the outfield and Greg Bird coming back from his foot injury. So, it's just one thing after another. Like,
it's not like Bryce Harper. Every time when he played the Yankees, he would shave the beard to show that he wanted to be part of the team. And
not only that, they could have gotten Garrett Cole a couple of years earlier from Pittsburgh, but we didn't want to give up Andujar or Betances or Clint Frazier in that deal.
Here we go. When we had a horrible outfield at the time, we could have had Mike Trout could have been on this team, but no. Let's not have they had a chance of getting Mike Trout when he was when he was a free agent. They never wanted to go for it.
He wasn't a free agent. He signed extensions.
He never
reached free agency.
They never fucking ever wanted to do it. And look at it. Every time he plays in New York, he fucking goes out. They could have got his ass.
To get Mike Trout, they would have had to make. They would have
done back then when they were horse shit. They should have.
His injury history, man. That's too much of a risk.
This was before the injury history, though. I'm saying.
Yeah, he signed the 13 million or 13-year 400 something
17, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
It was when Bryce Harper signed the biggest free agent contract. Like a week later, Trout signed the extension that sent another $100 million more.
And then they got Tani, and then boom.
And then said bye-bye to Urshela and took Donaldson for $50 million, who, of course, was right where he wanted to be, according to Boone in the post-game report. Yeah, that one hurt, too. I kind of went off the deep end when they traded Urshela for Donaldson because they had to get IKF.
You went off on a lot of trades, sir.
Was I wrong, though? Turns out I was right.
Some of them you were wrong.
Like what? Refresh my memory.
When you were flipping out over sending out Ken Waldichuk over to
That's because him and Glenn Otto were tearing it up in the minor leagues. That's why I was upset. Those guys were the 1-2 punch for Double-A Somerset at the time, and they were lighting it up, and that's why I got mad when they traded him for Frankie Montas of all people. Yeah, how that one worked.
Remind me what those
got. Joey Gallo and Frankie Waldichuk's doing right now is what we got for giving up those two guys.
And what's Waldichuk doing again?
Huh?
Yes, he's trash. I said, what's Waldichuk doing right now? What's Glenn Otto doing right now?
He was DFA'd by the Athletics, got picked up by the Braves, DFA'd by them, and I think he got picked up by the Nationals, if I'm not mistaken.
Where every good player goes to die.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you're gonna dump prospects for someone that's viable. Don't dump one of your top pitching prospects for a guy that had just come off the IL with a shoulder injury. That's not smart.
Well, the Yankees do. Listen, I'm going to put my faith in the Yankees when it comes to pitching because they have a track record. Okay, when it comes to that track record, they know the players that they know the pitching specs they can get rid of and what they can hold on to. So I'm good when you send a Ken Waldichuk over for a Frankie Montas. I was good when you sent a Wisniewski over to the Cubs for who's the reliever? Scott Efros. I think it was Efros.
How's that working out?
Yeah, where's Waldichuk? He's on another. Wisniewski's on another team. I think he's down with Houston right now. So he got moved again.
Over in the trade for Tucker.
So that's what I'm saying. Like these guys keep moving, but that's fine because guess what? We got guys that are ready to come, that are on the cusp of, coming up that are better than Wisniewski, that are better than Waldichuk, better than Glenn Otto. The kids that are on the cusp of coming up, they're going to be part of this rotation to lead us through the last years of Garrett Cole and beyond and into a whole new situation.
I get what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying at the time that these trades were made, they could have gotten something better for what those prospects were at the time is what I'm saying.
Okay, but what was better than Frankie Montas on the market at that point?
Someone that wasn't coming off the IL from a freaking shoulder injury who goes out there every time and it's a dumpster fire.
That's on Brian Cashman. He turned around. He should have known better.
Okay, when it comes to this, okay, like, let's be real. Anything that had happened, it really is the fault of it goes down to the front office. because especially when it comes to the pitching area, because Matt Blake has been doing a fantastic job with that damn bullpen. Let's be real. Okay, when that bullpen is doing as it is doing horse manure, he is out there doing what he could do to help that bullpen be more efficient and correctly and not be in the jam they need to be in. Okay, and he gets these pitchers to do stuff that they don't do. So it all stems in one area, and it's in the front office. Let's be effing real, guys. Like that's where it's the stem of the problem is. The stem of the problem is not going to be, especially in the pitching area, when it comes to the coaching staff. That's not the fault. It's all Brian Cashman and everybody else, all of those other, pencil heads.
Well, don't forget, good old Aaron Boone, who knows how to manage a game and knows how to manage period, likes to burn that bullpen from the moment that he steps on the field.
He's been doing well. He has not. I don't think he's been really killing it. He's been killing the bullpen when the team's been getting destroyed because you know what? That's what he has to do at that point in the game, in the time. But what was it? Last week, I noticed he was, or earlier this week, he was having people hitting the 90s and all that kind of stuff. And he let Freeve just like go at it crazy earlier, not today, but his last outing.
Well, Max Fried is your ace right now. So yeah, he's gonna let Max Fried go a little. He's gonna let Max Fried go a little bit more. But Cam will go a little bit more. He's not gonna go push. He's not pushing
not gonna
Cam
go too much right now. Exactly. Yeah.
But everybody else, like Warren's got a quick hook. Weather's got a quick hook.
I mean, but I'm not.
He's got a quick hook.
But hold up for a minute. You're talking about people that at the end of the day, when you look at it, these are people who shouldn't even be starting anyway. These are people who should be on the bench because the people who should be starting are right now injured, waiting to come back up. Okay, we got Cole that has to come back.
Two of them are going to be on the two other, yeah. But only two of those guys are going to be gone out of the bullpen, or going to be moved to the bullpen or minor leagues or whatever the case may be. You got to remember, only two of those three.
Yes, and guess what? You know what? In the past history of this damn team, that's how it was. Let's be real. Usually have 4 good, and that 5th day was always that one day that you're going to be a little iffy. It could be a Marcus Stroman. It could be freaking, oh my gosh, what was his name that went to Toronto? Your boy Dave. Oh, you hated him whenever he pitched. Fuck, I can't remember when they were doing those. I'll look it up, but yeah, they were doing this for a while.
Was it didn't Danny hate him?
I think it was Danny that hated him actually.
Oh, Chad Green.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he was. Yeah. Both from the bullpen.
Yes. When they would do bullpen games, they would be doing a Chad Green type of thing. Okay, let's be real. It's not like in recent history this team has had like, oh my gosh, 5 out of the park freaking starters. They haven't. Okay, 4 out of 5. Yeah, they've had that going on for them. Realistically, it's been 2 out of 5. Okay, and if they could have 4 out of 5 doing good, come on. I'm okay having the 5th day being a bullpen game if that's what it came into.
All right. So we've gotten the bullpen, the pitching situated. What else can we do? What else can we do with the pitch on the offensive side? What are we gonna do? What do you guys want to do about Austin Wells? Are we giving up on Austin Wells?
No.
Well, with the catching position league wide, there is a lack of talent.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like this for at least 10 years, man. They don't make them like Sally Perez anymore. They don't make them like Yadi Molina anymore, or Buster Posey or Joe Mauer. They just don't. And it's a league wide issue. I mean, we're literally taking Uber drivers off the street and making them catchers. Like that's what it's come to.
Hey,
no disrespect to JC Esquera by any stretch of the imagination, but I mean, catchers are few and far between, and until we can either develop someone that's better or somebody else develops someone that's better that comes along in a free agent, we're kind of stuck. I mean, we're stuck with Austin Wells.
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees are known for developing catchers, though. Don't forget, Yankees are known for developing catchers.
like who besides Austin Wells and Francisco Cervelli have come through the Yankees system along with Gary Sanchez? Those are the only three really like homegrown catchers that come to mind, and Jorge Posada. If you want to go back that far,
Austin Romine was through the system. Yeah, your boy Higashioka was through the system. Augustine Ramirez Higashioka was through the system. Kyle Higashioka.
Yeah, he wasn't anything special.
No, but you're saying we're not talking about special. We're talking who's coming through the system. Augustin Ramirez came through the system.
Yeah, too bad we don't have him. That'd be nice.
Pittsburgh. I think we traded off another one to Pittsburgh.
Rafi Flores.
Yeah, so I mean,
we could have had a good catcher if they would have traded with the Marlins for JT back in the day.
They didn't want to give up Gary Sanchez.
Jeremy, you're right. Carlos Narvaez, who's up in Boston right now, another one. I mean, we didn't trade with Carlos Narvaez. We don't get Elmer Rodriguez though.
Yeah, I mean, I'd do that trade again tomorrow if we had the opportunity.
Well, don't forget the Yankees helped push Elmer into what the guy he is now.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
But like I said, like the Yankees are known for pitching, and they're known for developing the catching prospects. So those are the areas of where they do really good jobs at. Position player, the rest of the position players,
shit.
I mean, Wells does a great job pitch framing. He does a great job handling the pitching staff. It just the bat just needs to come along with the rest of it. Once he puts all of it together, like I think he'll be unstoppable. But the lack of offense, man, just.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing. It's with the catcher position. It's really demanding on the body that I would rather have good defense, especially when it comes to a catcher, and maybe especially this day and age where there's no for the whole league wide. There's not like you can find any good catchers anyway. Where I would rather have a catcher that has great defense and subpar to subpar offense. I get it. That's what's going on right now because of the way the league is. Now, if there was some sort of gem or some sort of came out of nowhere and then he's like the star and like, oh my gosh, this guy could hit and catch and it's perfect, then yes, that's the guy we needed to have. But at this point right now, where the way you're seeing league wide, it's one of those positions that they're really looking at more just to be the infield general of looking at what's going on in that area and less about what's doing on the offense portion of the game, I should say.
So, Dave, if you pull up what Jeremy sent over, yes, Jeremy, I do agree with you that Wells is too homer happy because he looks at the short porch and goes for that all the time. What Wells does is exactly the same thing that I always complained that the problem with Gleyber Torres, which also same problem with Anthony Volpe is that they go away from what makes them the better player, which is if you spray the ball around, you will be on base more. You will have a better average. You will help the team more. But guys like that, those three guys in particular,
even Jazz, with Jazz in there too.
Yes, you're 100% right, Alex. 100% right. Jazz wants a home run.
Like
they're not. They shouldn't be. They should not be home run hitters.
But that's the problem. You have these people who shouldn't be home run hitters on the Yankees, where traditionally they're called the Bronx Bombers, and they're all thinking, "Oh my gosh, we all gotta bomb it." No, get on freaking base. Do your part. Your part is to be on base, so that way you can put some sort of commotion into the pitcher's head, so that way you could have your big guys, your Judge, your Cody's, your John Carlos hitting the bombs and finishing the game off. That's what it should be going. Not this whole let's play around. And let's be also real in this area, okay? The minute the game gets into the bottom of the bottom part of the freaking lineup, you know for a fact it's going to be crap. Like all of us know it's not. Nothing's going to happen the minute it goes to 6, 7, 8.
Dude, you get Trent Grisham. The minute you get to the fifth inning of Trent Grisham, he is washed out. There's nothing he's going to be doing.
Trent Grisham at the fifth. Trent Grisham, let's be real. After the fourth inning, he looks like freaking Reggie Jackson after hitting 3 home runs in one game. But the guy didn't do nothing. That's what it. Mind you, this is what our co-GM Aaron Judge wanted back. That's who we wanted back, by the way.
Yeah, well, he needs to stop acting like a LeBron James. So Avicii says Jeremy's smart. Well, he's actually our boss. We answer to him. He runs this whole operation. So yeah, he kind of does know what he's talking about. And so to his other point, he brings I'm gonna go on this for a little bit. Hal back in June of 2023 said, I don't know why the fans are upset. It's June. It's because we knew in May they'd missed the playoffs, and they did. So bro, if you want to go back to our archives in between episode 94 and 95 back in 2023, I did this whole bonus 20-minute episode, which is pretty much a rant, pretty much ripping Hal Steinbrenner to shreds over what he said on the Michael K show that day. So you want to hear what I had to say about it, go check that out. It's pretty juicy, and I think you'd enjoy it.
Also, you did that in response, because I believe correctly, you missed that episode, and
the
rest of us did all
this was the next day. I was so heated. I was like, I can't.
This was after we the three of us with Danny was here.
I had to work.
We all ripped into them.
I had to work, and I was like, man, I'm missing this. I was like,
we were ripping. We to the whole team.
Oh yeah, I went off. So go back. It's in between episodes 94 and 95. Back in it was actually recorded on June 23rd, 2023. So check that one out.
Bang.
And yes, Avicii, you can be our agent to get us the raises, by the way.
I mean, hell, with his comments in this comment section, we might have him appear as a guest on the show and have him tell our listeners how he really feels. So shoot us a DM. Shoot us a DM.
We got Alex for that one right now. Let Alex tell everyone how they really feel.
Shoot us a DM. Shoot us a DM.
Hey, let me know when that episode is, so that way I know I don't have to worry about anything that day. I could take it easy that day. I'm like, you know what, Avicii, you take care of this, and you make sure they take a pill that like they're in Ibiza.
Shoot us a DM on Instagram if you want to make a guest appearance. We'll make it happen.
Alex, you don't need to do that you don't need to be in Ibiza to do that.
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying, okay, I hear Avicii, I'm thinking the song.
No, but for real, though, shoot us a DM on Instagram. We'll get it taken care of. But, yeah.
This team needs to get it together. So let me ask you guys this question. Yeah. So what do you – so I touched before about this team being basically a platoon team. So overall, do you think that do you think it's helping this team? Do you think this will in the long run – because the Yankees don't look at the Yankees look at only the regular season because they look at the playoffs as a crapshoot.
No.
Do you think it's helping the team?
No, I think it's hurting the team. They need to go back to the 2009 blueprint where they rolled out the same lineup every single day. This organization is too analytical heavy. They rely too much on this load management BS. I'm sorry, these guys, the younger ones, are on the right side of 30. You should be out there playing every single day, with the exception of Austin Wells. Catchers shouldn't be playing every day, obviously. But there is no reason why we cannot roll the same lineup out there every single night. It keeps guys consistent. It keeps guys locked in. This team has a bad habit of benching guys when they're on a heater just because, the numbers say that he has better, enough. Stop trying to science baseball. Baseball is all feel. We all ripped Girardi when he kept going to the damn binder. We need to get back to managing a game like Joe Torre used to do. It was all feel. It was all gut. It was all what was happening in front of your freaking eyes, not looking at a damn spreadsheet and whatever data these nerds are running down from upstairs. And until they get back to that, it is going to be the same thing season in and season out until either Boone just gets too old to manage, or he quits, or we got a new owner and he gets fired. That's the only way this changes.
Well, you don't have to wait for a new owner for him to get fired. You just need to get a new GM. But I do think also, talking about that part, Boone's coming up on his 10 years. Yeah. Cashman will get rid of him after 10 years if Cashman's still around too. Gotta think of it that way. Who knows if Cashman's gonna be around after when his next deal runs out. I think him and Boone, their deals run out at the same time.
Consecutively, yeah. Yep.
So I'm also in the area of also like, let's be real, after this season, there might be a stoppage as well. So if there's a stoppage, this might be the last season we see of them anyway. Depending how long that stoppage is.
I don't know.
I mean, that stoppage. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's an if. It's a when.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I just say if, as in if it's the day.
I am going to choose to look at this glass half full and be optimistic that they will come to their senses and do the right thing.
They're not. I mean, like you could be on the glass half full if you want, but the glass isn't half full. The glass is more like empty right now, dude, because like the word is all over. You're hearing it from everyone. I know you're even hearing it from like former agents and all that kind of stuff. They're just like saying, yep, the grapevine is basically saying that it's going to be a stoppage. And it might be a nasty one.
It could be a nasty one. And you know what? And you know what happens? It's all about, you got billionaires fighting with millionaires. You got all the owner. I understand. So let's go on. So I'm going to step on the soapbox here for a second. I understand that the low revenue teams, complain, they whine that the high revenue teams get all this stuff. But the low revenue teams need the high revenue teams. The high revenue teams don't need these low revenue teams. Okay? The low revenue teams need to shut up. They need to actually start paying the players, and they need to start increasing salary. And furthermore, if you were going to tank, Charles Barkley said this before. I wholeheartedly agree with this. It should go across the board with sports. If you are under 500, you should never be allowed to raise ticket prices ever.
No.
Until you're 500, until the next season. All right. So all these people that are trying to tank to get better draft spots, to get higher draft picks. Draft picks are draft picks, man. Stop worrying about the draft picks. Start getting start getting the baseball players to actually play the game, to put fans in the seats, to put wins on the table, so that you can get better players that want to come to your organization. That's how you win baseball games. Not because, well, we're gonna go for 3 years, for 5 years. We're gonna follow the Chicago Cubs mantra. We're gonna follow the Houston Astros method of we're gonna tank, we're gonna get top end draft picks, and we need to hit on every single one of them. Baltimore Orioles are the latest ones to do that. Guess what? They hit.
Working.
I don't know about that. They hit one. They hit. Well, listen, they hit on Gunnar. Gunnar Henderson is a 100% hit. Adley's had some injuries, so that's a little miss. Jackson Holliday's coming around. They got Samuel Basallo. That's there, just waiting in the wings. I mean, he's unfortunately doesn't have a spot to play because of Pete Alonso and Adley Rutschman. They got people. They just don't have pitching. If they get pitching, Baltimore is going to be nasty.
Mm-hmm.
They could be the best. They could be the best out of the group in the AL East if they get pitching.
And going back to your area about ticket prices and everything like that, it doesn't help out that these teams that are under 500, it's not like they're playing competitive or doing anything that's like worth of anything that anybody wants to do. Okay, it's a big problem in Major League Baseball in general, especially when it comes to like the smaller market teams for that. Because we look at not a real league, but look at it. You look at Savannah Bananas. Look at the way that whole thing is going on. Okay, they have made it that they have sellout crowds. They don't raise their ticket prices. The only times you're seeing expensive tickets is for the fact of the matter that because of the aftermarket and everyone trying to scalp it and all that kind of stuff. But the tickets they're making it eligible for all families to go come and see their material, have everyone enjoy it, and they have made the way they've made the sport for them very an entertainment first type of thing and sports second, which helps it out so much that then you're going there and it's like, okay, you might be going there with your girlfriend that doesn't watch baseball at all, but you took her to the game, and then all of a sudden she's watching and she's like, what's going on? This is not the same type of baseball I remember watching as a kid. It's like, yeah, it's entertaining, isn't it? It grows people, it builds more people into the game. And what Major League Baseball has it in such a boring mindset that nothing is changing. So it's like you see the same thing over and over again, and it's like they don't want to reinvent the wheel. It's like they're like, okay, we got the wheel. We don't want to make rubber to make the wheel work better.
Well, baseball is a very starch product to begin with. I mean, you got to really love it in order to watch it. But there's plenty of things to change, and I think everyone has these business models. Like you went about ticket prices. You have whatever the Yankees, the Mets, Red Sox, Dodgers, whatever. Just name those four. they go play the Rays. Those tickets are jacked up 100%.
Yeah.
For just for those games.
The Red Sox do it too. The Red Sox do it too when the Yankees come to town. They jack the prices up.
When any good team comes to the Marlins, everything's jacked up.
Mm-hmm. Maybe because I decided to sit all the way up in the nosebleed seats when I went down to see the Yankees play the Marlins. Those weren't too bad seats. Those were high up there.
But think about it. The Yankees go to the Trop. All of a sudden, it's like a ticket that costs you maybe $10 is going to cost you now $40-$50.
So one thing I want to
hold on before you, Avicii, don't forget not only Apple TV, Amazon, but you got what?
Peacock.
Peacock. You had Netflix. At one point, Roku was doing games at one point. I mean, you can't find a baseball game anymore because there's so many different places.
I had to get a Fox One subscription to watch the WBC. Like, I need 15 different apps to watch friggin' baseball.
And the Nike swoosh thing was MLB thing because they turned around. Nike spent like $2 billion. They're like, no, we want it front and center instead of it being on the arms where it should have
on the back.
A Nike swoosh on the back though. It should have been just on the arms, like they have in football.
Yeah, like the old Wilsons and everything that used to be. Right there on the side, the Reebok symbol, everything right there.
Just on the sides. It's so ugly. The fucking Nike is so ugly with their crap.
I'm so used to it being there, I don't even see it anymore. So it's just one of those things. But one thing I want to do.
Do you not see the star on the side anymore too?
No, that one's still annoying.
Okay, good. Because let's just be real.
Being on the uniform.
What about during the playoffs? They got what's it, Strauss or whatever it is?
Strauss, on the helmet.
My 6-year-old today. Okay, funny thing, the 6-year-old, she's watching the game with me. Okay, because like I picked her up, the game's still going on, and then we're watching it, and then she's like, "Dad, why does it say star on the side of their jersey?" I'm like, don't worry about it, honey. I'm like, I don't even want to get into a discussion with a 6-year-old of why it's BS.
So one thing I'm
waiting for them to put it down the pants now too. Like they'll start putting it down down the left leg. They'll have another sponsor down the left leg.
Okay.
So next thing you know, I was gonna say they're gonna become NASCAR next, so that Rob Manfred on the way out the door can capitalize and make as much money for the owners.
Well, if that's the case, you know what? They better give us the fans some tires so we can throw tires on the field so that way it looks like a wreck.
Guardrails up.
It cost me almost $1,000 to take my son and my wife to a spring training game in March. So yeah, I
didn't go to spring training because it was too expensive this year. No, didn't do it.
So one thing I wanted to hit on before we close out, we're talking about like the Yankees struggling and everything. The entire league is struggling. The American League alone is complete garbage as of right now. So the AL East, you got Tampa Bay at 11-7, the Yankees 10-9, Baltimore 9-10, Toronto and Boston 11-7. Moving on to the Central Division, Minnesota 11-8, Cleveland 11-9.
Boston's got a winning record at 11-7 or 7-11.
7-11. Both Boston and Toronto are 7-11. You got Minnesota 11-8, Cleveland 11-9, Detroit 10-9, Kansas City 7-12, Chicago White Sox 6-13, the Rangers and Athletics 10-9 respectively, Angels at 500 at 10-10, Seattle and Houston at 11-8 both. Moving on, and the National League.
My man, I think you're getting a little dyslexia there. You said 11-8 again.
No, 8-11. I said 8-11.
You have to replay the tape on that one, my man.
So Houston and Seattle.
It doesn't matter, Dave. You made your point. The whole freaking league.
And then moving on to the National League, you got Atlanta at 12-7. Miami,
how many teams are over 500? That's all I care about right now.
They're all, most of them are over 500, but like even in the National League, you got Miami and Washington both 9-10, Philly 8-10, the Mets 7-12, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati 11-8, St. Louis and Milwaukee 10-8, Chicago at 9-9. The Dodgers are 14-4, San Diego 12-6, Arizona 11-8, San Fran 7-12, and Colorado 6-12. So the whole league is playing like garbage outside of Atlanta, Los Angeles, and the Rays.
Now, is it that they're playing garbage, or is that everyone's too closely aligned that there's no standout team, is what I'm trying to say.
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but most of the league is right on par with each other.
That's what I'm saying. Like you instead of thinking of like, oh, the whole league is garbage because no one's really taking the reins and kind of running away with the division. Maybe the divisions are a lot closer than we thought. I mean, we talked about this in the beginning before the season started, that even let's kind of go back and look at just the AL East. You know, some people were taking the Yankees number 1, number 2, number 3. It could have been an outside shot at number 4. I mean, there was a wide variance of where the Yankees and where we were picking the Yankees could be.
You know what? And on top of it, we're gonna talk it, but let's be real. The season is still early. It really is. It's like the 3rd week of the season, and let's be real for a minute, okay? I did not expect the Yankees to split with the Angels. I thought the Yankees were going to whoop the Angels up, but the Angels came out and they played really well. They really played well this whole series. And realistically, they have a 10-10 right now. I'm shocked on a lot right there that they are 10-10 in their division and they are playing the way they're going. If they continue being aggressive at the plate and playing the way they're playing, I could see that the Angels possibly could make it into the playoffs this year if they could keep it going the way they're going and no injuries to any stars or anything like that. God forbid, you know.
I mean that's you're talking about. Are you talking about just? Were you talking wild card? Or are you talking? I am not saying, oh my gosh, they're going to win the division and anything. Even if they did win the division, they're going to be out that first round anyway, probably. But I'm just saying. They have a good chance of making it into a playoff berth of some sort. Okay, I get you.
Because look, the Astros are right now 8-11. The Mariners are also 8-11. So, yeah. I mean, the Athletics are not going to stay up there in the first place. The Rangers, they're hit and miss depending on how their season goes out, but they could also take it too. But yeah, and that's just the American League West. National League East, the freaking Mets have been doing like BS since Soto's been gone.
The Mets are what, an 8-game losing streak right now?
Yeah. Ever since they lost Soto, they've been on a streak of losing. It's like Francisco has the chance of showing up that he's the captain of the team or showing up that's his team and everything like that. He hasn't done a thing. So yeah, heck. You got freaking damn our favorite pitchers over there, Will Warren and oh my gosh, Williams over there, and they're both doing horrible.
Weaver and Williams.
Weaver.
Not Warren. Weaver. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I sent you guys something.
I saw Weaver's got like an ERA of like 8.11, and Devin Williams is like 6.75.
It's horrible.
But anyway, that's going to do it for us this week. We will see you again on Tuesday. So we're on alternating days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, week to week. Thank you for everybody.
I don't forget.
Yeah, we'll remind you. Don't worry. We'll send you the memo for missing the staff meeting.
Thank you, boss.
So appreciate you all turning in. Check out the show notes. It has our affiliate link for the MLB Pro Shop. Get all your fresh gear through us. There's also a link there for AGS Grading. They are the leading card grader using AI right now currently, and are doing more AI card grading than anybody else in the industry. So check that out. There's a link for it. They're pretty reasonably priced, $12 a card. Pretty nice looking slabs too, if you're into that. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks, Avicii.